devices like your Amazon Alexa, your Google Home, our new app that we just launched a couple of weeks ago, and of course, our video cameras are active right now on Mom FM's Facebook page, on our Hot Country Hits Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. So, Elliot, Plumber, how you doing? And thanks for coming in back into the studio with us this morning.
Thank you, Chris. It's good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Great.
You have brought in a few of your students here, and we're going to introduce them here in just a couple of moments. But last night, it was the first performance of Fiddler on the Roof at Peterson Auditorium, and it seemed, I'm hoping, that it was a success right out of the box.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It was one of the better opening nights that I can remember in multiple years. It was a great show. The cast hit their marks from beginning to end. Pretty seamless performance. The audience was alive, loving it. That gave like that boost of energy that you can always expect from a first show. It was a great open.
That's cool.
Great way to start.
Are you, from a director standpoint, are you nervous about opening night, like what we see on TV and movies and so on and so forth, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's an element of live performance where you're always a little nervous, but it's about what you do with that.
Yeah.
So I had a weird calm about last night. I was confident that the kids were going to go out and do what they needed to do. Okay. It was really well rehearsed. My mom is a master director. This is year 25 for her at LHS and OJ in the drama club. So this is her 46th production. Wow. So we have a true master behind the wheel, and so I was very comfortable.
That's
it was
good.
A good night.
All right. Grace and Anna, did you feel that it was a good performance last night? Grace, we'll have you step up for a moment here and I'll put you on that microphone. Did you feel like it was a success last night? Were you nervous going in?
So it was kind of weird because I always get like a lot of anxiety right before the show. Every single production I've done, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and every single time I'm like shaking before a show, but this time I was very confident and like very calm going into it. So, and it paid off because it was really great. It was really wonderful. Everybody did so fantastic, and I'm really proud of everybody out there.
That's cool. I wonder, can I ask the question why you didn't feel as nervous? Was it because of maybe the amount of practice or the previews or the steps before this first show or anything else?
I'm actually not sure because usually we run through it. We run the show for like weeks. Like the past 2 weeks, we've been running through it over and over again. So I think that's part of it. And also like I've been like praying about it and like just asking for peace. So like I feel like that's definitely helped a lot. So yeah, it's just been a combination of confidence in myself and. Yeah.
That's
and
pretty
me,
cool.
Of course, me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, she's got to,
That's good. Well, that leads me to that question, which is, you've seen students come through performances, and you get to, sometimes they freeze up, sometimes miss lines, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
How do you, from your standpoint, make it the best performance or the most comfortable performance for them that you can?
Well, so I divert a lot of the acting and stage direction to my mother. That when we do these co-productions, she is the main director. She's the boss, right? And so what I do to make sure the performance is seamless is I defer to her expertise.
Okay.
So she knows how to prepare a cast. She knows how to rehearse like a professional would rehearse. So the amount of time that's been vested in the production is really the golden ticket to great performance. You know, that old adage, perfect practice makes perfect performance. That is my mother's mode of preparation. So we rehearsed hours. Man, this final week of rehearsal, we were the first tech day. I think it was like a 4.5 hour rehearsal, and then a 3.5 hour rehearsal, slowly whittling it down. But that's on top of hours of after school rehearsals for the past 9.5 weeks. So the way that the kids walked out there and did what they did last night was because of the hard work and energy that they invested over the last few weeks.
Very important. We'll bring Zach in, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions here. We've got Zach and Will and Grace and Anna and Elliot here this morning. Zach, let's start with what role you take in the Fiddler on the Roof. That's my first question. And same sort of idea. What was last night like? The interaction with the audience, seeing the audience, being up there on stage. What was that like for you?
So I played Tevye in Fiddler, and that's kind of the father of the 5 daughters and of the main family. So I'm kind of out on it for the most part. But last night I was surprisingly nervous going out. I've never been that nervous for a show. But I mean, as soon as I got out there, you see the crowd and everyone's clapping and everyone's looking at you, and it kind of just all melted away as soon as I started talking. But I mean, it was a fantastic performance, one of the best that I've ever been a part of, and probably the best performance we've ever done of that show in the weeks leading up to it.
Wow, that says a lot, and that gives us a good preview because tonight there's another performance over the weekend as well. So let's dive into last night's performance for you, or any of you, if you have a moment here in the next few minutes. Was there a moment where you almost slipped on your part that you were like, oh, I got that right? Was there that aha moment last night for you at all?
Yeah, I had one part that I almost slipped up on, and then I brought it back, and it was during my solo, and then I just kept looking at him because I got nervous, but I kept just talking, and it fixed itself eventually. But
that's cool.
For the most part, it was spot on for me.
That's
so
great.
I was really proud of myself for that.
That's pretty awesome. Grace, let's see, Grace, right? Okay, Anna, we're going to bring you up to the camera on this side. Anna, same sort of idea. What role do you have in Fiddler on the Roof, and what was your performance like last night? Take us through that.
So I play Golda, the mom, in Fiddler on the Roof. So I am married to Tevya, and we have 5 daughters.
Okay, this works.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Last night, our performance went amazing, as the others had said. I really enjoyed all of the camaraderie we had backstage. Everyone was lip syncing along to the songs, and when someone was about to go on, a friend standing next to them would be like, hey, don't forget that cue, and they'd go, oh my gosh, thanks, and we'd rush off to go do our job. And like Zach, I was very nervous most of the day. It is no reflection upon the amount of preparation or how prepared we were. Like, everyone has been doing such a great job in rehearsals, and I was confident that we would do a good job. I was just like, oh, I really hope I can do a good job and really sell this character and that everyone will like it. But as we got closer to the actual performance, I looked back at my performance from Les Mis, and then I was like, wow, if I could do that as a 10th grader, like, what am I worrying about now? Like, I have all these friends that love me, and we're all working together to do the best performance we can. So that really helped ease my nerves, and then I was just excited before the show. I was just ready to do a good job. Was
there a moment during the performance last night that, because sometimes, even in my role as a public address announcer or an MC, you kind of just go past things and you don't get a chance to stop and take things in for a moment. As an example, last night, were you able to look at the audience after something that you sang and get their reaction and really realize how they reacted to that moment of that song? Did you get a chance to do that? I definitely listened to the audience, but I actually tried my best to not look at them. Okay. So as to not distract myself. I would look up above their heads is where I was about looking, because I learned from our school talent show recently that sometimes if you look at the audience and you're worrying about, oh, who's in the audience, who's watching me, that can distract you from the actual character you're trying to perform. So definitely, there's a great reactions on the audience's part, but I tried my best not to pay too much attention to that. It's a good point. And Elliot,
I just want to piggyback off of what Anna was just saying. So it's entirely true that as a performer, sometimes if you look in at the audience, you're like, oh my gosh, there's this crowd of people staring at me. And as an actor, it's easy to then kind of go up, and maybe that's where you have those blips. But the beautiful thing about live theater, which is unlike anything else, it's not like a movie. It's not like, watching TV or streaming something, watching YouTube. There's this visceral, in the air energy between what the audience gives you and what then you do on stage as an actor. So if there are people that have never experienced theater, like here in Mason County or wherever the shows reach, like, they got to go do it.
Yeah.
To miss this show would be such a travesty because last night's audience was so alive. They had so much fun, and that was fuel for the performers. Where we had been in rehearsal and there was maybe a joke, but then there's no one to laugh at it. Last night we had those big moments where, oh, that was funny. I didn't know that was as funny as that was supposed to be. Wow, that's so great. And it created this really cool conversation between audience and performance. And so I don't want to steal from Anna's answer
not
here,
at
but like
all.
that's part of the beauty of live performance is that the audience is invited into the action. And this show more so than maybe others because Tevye's character breaks the fourth wall often, where he'll come out and he'll talk to the audience and be like, this guy's crazy, blah, blah, blah. Here's this internal monologue. And so, again, for people that haven't experienced theater, this is a great show to go out and see for the first time.
Well, we will bring in Will here in just a matter of moments, but Grace, I want to have you come back to the microphone just a second. Would you do me a favor for those that don't know what Fiddler on the Roof is about? Will you give us sort of a sneak peek preview from your perspective without giving the good stuff away? Can you do that for us this morning?
I can try.
Okay.
So it's all about tradition, and that's like the first song. Like we come out and just like when the entire ensemble comes on, it's tradition, and like that's like the overarching theme. So it's about people in their everyday lives just trying to balance and live their lives, and that's like what the fiddler is actually representative of, is the unsteadiness of life and just trying to balance on the roof, as a fiddler, like just trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune, as Tevye says. And just like really like following these traditions and just trying to get through life pretty much.
That's good. Will, did she do okay? Did she give a good perspective of this?
I think she had a prepared answer because that was great. That was
I
really
didn't, I
good.
swear.
That's awesome.
I don't know where I pulled
Notes app.
Yeah.
reading.
Well, Will, take us through your role. Tell us about you and how you're involved in Fiddler on the Roof.
Well, my character's name is Perchik, and I am a student. I'm not actually from the original village that the story takes place in, but I kind of come in towards the beginning, and I do. I kind of stir the pot a little bit. I come in and I've got some different ideas, but I kind of affect the story in a pretty interesting way, I'd say.
Everybody here today have said that the performance last night was exceptional. How would you sell that to those that might want to come tonight or over the weekend? What would you say to them about coming to this performance?
Well, this is the best performance that I've ever been a part of, and it's really not close. Like, we did Les Mis, but we did a concert version. Okay. We all were involved in that. We did 25th annual last year, but there's no scene changes in that. This is a real musical. Like, this is something that we have never done before, and I was just so proud of the commitment of everybody. These people that don't even have like big parts, but like we said, there's no small parts. Everybody matters, and we've had commitment from everybody, and it's been absolutely fantastic. And like I said, it's just a fantastic show. You have to be there to experience it.
It's very cool. All right, you actually can. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make it about me, you guys, but if you're in my class, you know that it is.
No, he tells me.
No. Anyway, so you were asking about like what the big sells besides just the fun of it's a spring musical. So I had mentioned earlier that it's a collaborative effort. Mm-hmm. So and Will just mentioned, and I think Grace had mentioned, and Anna had mentioned earlier as well, that a couple of years ago we did Les Mis, which was, as Will just said, a concert version, and that was our first collaborative effort that was played. Prior to COVID, we had initially tried to do Seussical the musical and then got shut down. But the big sell is this collaboration between the choir program and the drama department. And our choir program, I don't want to, not to toot my own horn, but the kids' work is really what we're trying to, make known. We're coming off of really great district performances at our district festivals. Got one, as the band just recently did as well. The performing arts at Ludington are doing great things.
Top notch.
Top notch. But the choir program is part of that tradition of excellence. We received high marks and praise at district festivals, qualified for state. Prior to districts, our solo and ensemble events, which each of these people were a part of as well.
Backbone of the day.
Yeah, when we were at festivals, the judges, who are college professors and renowned teachers from across the state, referred to Ludington as the backbone of the day.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so at solo and ensemble, the kids all qualified for state as well. Every single event, both solo and ensemble. And so the quality of the program is just we're in one of those unique seasons, like when you watch a starred basketball team, you're like, these kids have been playing together since they were 5. They just gel on the court. This is that version of choir. These kids have been singing together for so long. They're just doing the thing together. It's a natural part of, like to perform vocally is just part of who they are. And so to see this production, it's this perfect storm of two awesome programs. And so I couldn't be prouder. And so if you are a person that at all cares about performing arts, whether it be drama or theater, or not drama or theater, drama or choir, this has got to be the show you see.
This is good.
So
this is
awesome.
phenomenal.
It's great.
Take us through. You've got performances coming up tonight, on Saturday, and then on Sunday. Can you break down cost, times, all that good stuff? Will you do that one more time for us?
Yes, I can. So we play tonight and tomorrow night. At 7:30.
Okay.
The house opens at 7. And then Sunday, we have a matinee performance, which plays at 2. Okay. And we only play the one weekend. So you've got 3 more chances if you missed it last night.
Okay.
General admission is $5. This is the first time in 25 years where my mom has raised the admission price. It used to be $2 individual, $5 per family. But, as many things financially in the world right now, the coffers are low. There isn't necessarily a budget line item for the drama department, so every penny counts.
Yeah.
And when we do these combination shows with the choir department, it's our administration is very supportive of the curricular programs, which is so great. But we had to increase the price just out of necessity. Okay. But it's still the best value in the area cool. in terms of price. But $5. Flat everybody. If you're under 5, you're free. Tonight at 7:30, tomorrow 7:30, Sunday at 2.
And tickets at the door, or can they buy them in advance?
Tickets at the door.
Okay.
So yeah. The only shame that I walked away feeling from last night is that there were too many empty seats.
Oh, really? Okay.
So and it was a good sized house, but not every seat was filled.
Okay,
and they should be.
Let's change that.
So come on, Ludington.
That's
go.
right. All right. So let's pack the house tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Let's plan on doing that. And then before we leave, we'll just go around the room. Grace, we'll start with you. What's been your best moment this year with the performance? What's your favorite moment so far? It can be in the auditions, it could be practices, could be in the performance last night. What was it?
So I would definitely have to say every day is wonderful with these people that I've been hanging out with for, 9.5 weeks now? Yeah. So, absolutely, this group of people is such like a tight-knit group, and they're so supportive, and we have like this teasing banter, but we also have like one moment where like rah rah rah, like yelling at each other like as a banter, and then the next second we're like supporting each other and like, hey, you got this, you did great, I'm proud of you. And it's just so wonderful and these people give me life. Like after a draining day, these people just refresh me, and it's just hanging out with a big group of your friends every single day, by far the most amazing thing.
That's very cool. Same thing. Will, what do you got? What's been your best moment?
Best moment. It's so hard to pick one, but if I had to, I'd have to say last night. Okay. Rehearsals are as much fun as they can be, but there's nothing without an audience, man. The audience, I think, especially for Zach, last night he had his best performance by far, and it was just fantastic. The audience, it makes it what it is for us, and it's cool. Fantastic.
All right, Anna, same question for you. Step up and let us know what stands out for you. Anything different?
Not to be a copycat, but similar to Grace, definitely just being with these people every day are what makes this so special. I was driving here with Miss Grace Johnston, and we were trying to guess what you would possibly ask us to practice. Yeah. And as I was talking about my favorite part of this musical, I started talking about all of these friends that I get to hang out with every day and how they're really my closest friends and mean so very much to me. And I just started tearing up, and I was like, I I'm fine. But it's just a really great community, and everyone here is so uplifting, encouraging, and they've really all helped build my confidence astronomically. Whenever I have doubts within myself, they're all there to lift me up and let me know, hey, you got this. What are you even worrying about?
Cool.
And so it's just a great community to be a part of, and I'm so very grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's tissues in the studio for reasons.
Thank you.
And then lastly, Zach, right? Zach, take us through. Will just said it was your best performance, and for him to notice that for you, that says a lot.
Yeah. So like he said, and I'm gonna subdue the emotional part. I mean, for me personally, the best moment was, going out there after being so nervous, and one of my starters I have the third song in the show. It's If I Were a Rich Man. It's iconic. Everyone knows it. And I got out there. Yeah, let me toot my own horn real quick.
I know, it's all right.
I got out there, and just the end of that song, they told us before the show, make sure you guys hold for like laughter and applause and give the audience a moment to react to everything. And it was such a booster to how nervous I was, and the confidence I gained after that was just being there and the audience loving it and knowing they were loving it and just being a part of that. And that was probably the highlight of my entire night.
Very cool. Well, it says a lot. And obviously your energy, all of your energy this morning says a lot about this performance at Peterson Auditorium, 7:30 tonight, 7:30 on Saturday, and I believe, 2 o'clock on Sunday. You can get your tickets for $5 to support the students, to fill the seats there, to stand in ovation at the end. I think that just says a lot about community and about supporting the arts here. So, Elliot, we appreciate you taking the time to bring these students in. Obviously, they've got passes to get back into school now. I know we're a little bit behind, but
all good.
Hopefully it's a success tonight again, as it has been.
We thank you. And today is actually a day off for them. So I made them wake up early on a day they didn't have to be early. So like extra good. Now, the one last thing that I want to just mention is not only the collaborative effort between the choirs and the drama program, but also the community that has stepped in to help out with the show. So there's a number of shout outs that are like necessary. So Adam Knutson, who is our tech guru and all things, Josh Meisenheimer and Amanda Colleen, like you want to talk about top-notch people. Like West Shore and Ludington have had are holding hands together with resources, and that is by far one of the greatest resources that we can share. And then beyond that, the Cooper family, if anyone knows Paul and Lisa Cooper, Paul is like this master of all things, and he built Tevye's wagon, and it's remarkable. It's a beautiful thing. So we love them. We thank them. And then John Bailey of Director's Cut volunteered his vast experience on makeup and hair and is helping out the show. So we have like so many awesome people that have just stepped in and said, hey, what you need? I got that.
I would also like to piggyback off of Mr. Plumber and give a little shout out to Kaya Kenyon, who is a senior at LHS, and she has done all of the choreography and dancing for this show, just very impressive. And what else is amazing is all these people who are not naturally in dance are doing these dances, and it's actually turned out quite well, and I'm so very impressed and proud of each and every one of them. So
that says a lot. It says a lot.
It's a big show.
You should
it's
be
a good
proud.
Show. Don't miss it.
Well, Anna, Grace, Zach, Will, we appreciate all of you coming in, the perspectives, the insight there. We wish you nothing but a successful performance for the rest of this series, and then can't wait to see what's in store the next one. And we'll have you back in the studio to talk about that as well. So if you want to, and we encourage you to, take in the performance this weekend, 7:30 there at LHS at the Peterson Auditorium, and 7:30 tomorrow night, and then 2 o'clock on a Sunday. If you missed any of the segment, you can watch it on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel as well, and follow the performances there at LHS, because they're very eye-opening and it's very successful. So thanks for everybody coming in this morning.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, thank you.